Investment Challenge Day 6, and today's topic, we're going to talk about some alternative investments, specifically Lendify and Toborrow, which I have both personally tried for about 6 months. And today's stock will be Autoliv, Swedish company. So let's start with Lendify, and you probably heard this name. They are on all of the financial podcasts. They're a sponsor of these guys, and they do a lot of marketing. And it's basically peer-to-peer lending. So if I have money to spare and somebody needs money, I can lend it to them through Lendify. And when I signed up about 6 months ago, it said it's going to give me about 8%. And then they lower this number to about 6%. And we'll see where it actually ends up. They say only 1% will not pay their loans, according to Lendify. But I'm not too sure about this. I think it's going to be a higher number than this. We can look at the American version, the Lending Club, and I think the number is slightly higher there. And also this, the risk is higher since this is a new company and they do not know really how the Swedish market works. If you want to invest something like this as a risk spread in your account, the best way to do this is probably to go with a small amount and really abuse the affiliate program they have, because they have a really actually generous like refer a friend, like the casino sites had back in the days. If you refer a friend who will deposit 5,000 kroner, both you and your friend will receive 500 kroner bonus. So that means that the best way to do this is to sign up through a link, and I'm going to post a link in the description of this video. If you sign up through one of those links, you'll get 500 kroners, and then you deposit, of course, 5,000. You have a 10% already, and then you find somebody else to do the same thing. So you have basically starting off with a 5,000 deposit and with a 6,000 kroner in your account, and then probably averaging around 6%, something like that. So that's going to be a really good start, and I think that's the best way to do this. Looking at my account, and this is actually my account, so I'm 100% transparent with this. I deposited 35,000 Swedish kroner in May, as you can see on the graph here, and this is the payments back, the money I made. It's about 1,300 kroner, something like that. And you can see the total amount here is 36,895, and the interest is 1,400 or something like that. And there's one of those 500 kroner bonus in here. That's the reason why. And this is telling me that I have 4.21 since I started, and it will give me a year of 6.32%. And I invested in, I think Auto Invest is the way to go. You'll be covered by an insurance if you use that one, and you won't have to place anything manually. It'll be done for you. I have one of those at 25,000 and one manual placing at 11,000 for a total of 100 plus loans to spread out, because this is what it's all about. You have to spread the risk. They say 1% will not pay their loans back for this these numbers to add up. And that means one person cannot, not more than one person can fault on their loans. But as we can see here, July, August and September, these are 3 loans with a total of about 500 kroners. They did not pay once. So they are never going to pay. If they didn't pay now, they're never going to pay. That means that those invested 500 kroners will be those will disappear from this amount, and then the percentage doesn't look so good anymore. So you have to really spread out your risk through lots of loans if you want to do this. But I still think this is a decent option to the stock market if you want to do something else but pure stock, because this in theory it can never go down. Stocks can go down, but this can only go up. So it'll probably be a little slower, but kind of safe if the company is stable, and it looks like it is. Then we have Toborrow, basically the same thing, but you lend your money to companies instead in need of cash. And this way you have some sort of security as well. And this is a print screen of some of the companies looking for money right now, and you can read about the risk involved in this, how long they will need the money, if they will do down payments, and the security, if they will use bail or how are they going to do it, how much money they're looking for, and the interest rate which you will get if you lend your money to this company. And this is an auction-like kind of site. So this means that this company right here will actually close today, and they are fully covered, and you can bet now, you can offer loans to 10.8%. So the way to go here, I think, is to look for stable companies that are looking for a lot of money. Because if we look at these 4 companies here, you see that this one looking for 150, it's covered to 421%, but this one looking for 750 is 131%. And this is 3.9% interest, and this is 10.8%. And that doesn't mean that this is 3 times the risk. It just means they're looking for more money, and people didn't sign up enough for this one so far. So you can actually find kind of decent interest here. These are mine, again, some of mine investments through Toborrow. You can see I have everything from 11.9 down to 5.5. And nobody defaulting on me so far. Everybody seems to be up to date with the payments. Unfortunately, these guys, they don't have a refer a friend program or an affiliate program. You'll just have to sign up and there will be no bonus, but I still think it's an idea to look into. I have about 4% return in 6 months, so I'm very happy with that. Then we have the company of today, which is Autoliv, and they make security products for cars, like airbags, belts, steering wheels, brakes. It's a really big company. Valuation on today's price at 100 billion Swedish kroners. It's a really big and really old company. It has an all-time high of 1,100 and a low point recent days at 830, and today's price is 975. Kind of strong owners list with a lot of pension funds. This is a very stable company, and this is the graph, 3-year graph. And I should mention I actually own some Autoliv. I'm trying to buy the dips you see here and sell it when it goes up again. And I do have some from around here. So what I'm looking at here is to whether this company is good enough for me to invest in this challenge as well, because I do have the 20% goal. And this is my case. Looking at the third quarter report, everything looks really good, it looks solid, it's growing, it's making money, everything looks really nice. Today we got a buy recommendation from Swedbank at 1,050 kroners, and if we look at the other recommendations, it's everything between 920 to 1,100. We had the selling of cars in China up 20.3% in October, and that's also a good sign. And Autoliv had basically one big competition named Takata, and they're performing terribly. So basically it's going under, and Autoliv is a potential buyer. But either way, even if they buy it or not, when you have one competition and they go more or less bankrupt, that puts you in a kind of great spot. You're more or less the only guy out there. And my bet here is the number of cars will increase, number of sold cars, and there are a lot of car companies like Ford, Volkswagen, Tesla, Porsche. So maybe some of those guys will have a bigger issue with the pushing of prices and competition showing up. But Autoliv, they don't really have that much competition, so I believe they will continue to sell more and more and more. And this is the world population has got nothing really much to do with this, but you can see it's not really slowing down, just more and more people. That means more and more cars, and if you sell security equipment, that's probably a good thing. And as a bonus, Autoliv will be starting work with Volvo in 2017 on self-driving cars. And I do not think they will be the market leader in self-driving cars. We already seen a couple of cars that probably beat what they have. But still, it's kind of a nice bonus, and it can also attract some interesting attention to the company. And when we speak of risk, there's not really that much going on here. I don't see what could happen to actually bring it down lower than this. So my issue here is, can I get in cheap enough for this to be a 20% investment? And at this level right here, I do not see that happening. I would like to buy this at around 800, then it could be interesting, or it is interesting. So I need to go down, but this is a company I would love to put into my portfolio. So we're just going to see what happens. And that's it for today. Thank you very much.